Hello. Let's start today's class. Today we are going to discuss new topics, the model that means हेलो राहुल आवाज जा रही है हेलो हेलो राहुल am I audible? Hello Rahul, am I audible? So just wait 1 minute. We allow some students are in waiting room. So then we will continue our discussion. Rahul, hello. राहुल आवाज नहीं जा रही क्या दीपक
Yes, sir.
आवाज आ रही है
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just let's start to the class. Today we are going to discuss new model in power system. That means the per unit system. Okay. Are you familiar with the per unit system? Anyone?
Yes, sir.
What is the per unit system? What is the per unit quantity? Just tell me overall. What is the per unit quantity of electrical quantity or maybe power per unit system? Whatever you know, just tell me. Then we will just continue. So you may be seen in the power system, various type of component consist. Is it not? Various type of electrical equipment, that means transformer, transmission line, alternator, from generating point to distribution to the load point. Okay, supply given to the load point. Various type of electrical equipment installed. Let's start from the generating power plant to the load or consumer point. Is it not? In one point, maybe at suppose that if we talk about the generating power plant, then alternator are installed. From that alternator, whatever you power generate at a specified voltage, you just install one step up transformer and increase their voltage rating, and transmit to the power to the load consumer through the transmission line. So all the parameters involved, that means alternator, transformer, transmission line, and so on. Okay. So if you want to discuss any system, power system from this consists from this component, so we more or less try to solve that problem through the per unit. Okay, whatever the alternator, transformer are given their reactance value, and so that reactance value we just try to convert on the per unit system. So per unit system is more or less very easy in your calculation. If you find any electrical parameters, that means suppose that if you find to fault current, okay, at any instant of point, fault may be take place from the generating power plant to distribution of the load. Okay, so whenever we solve a numerical for the fault current and other parameters, then we try to convert all the quantity of electrical equipment converted in per unit quantity. Okay, so what is the definition of per unit quantity? That means any quantity, it can be defined, just suppose that we just share the screen and then we will continue our discussion. Okay. So the per unit system is nothing but the actual value of the quantity in any unit divided by base value of that quantity in the same unit, is it not? Base quantity in the same unit. So suppose that if you want to find the per unit of the resistance, then the actual value of resistance in ohm divided by base value of resistance in ohm, is not? That is known as the per unit quantity of the resistance, resistance in per unit quantity. So you may be find the per unit quantity of the other resistance, reactance, if it concern on any particular transformer or alternator. Since in a power system, a lot of electrical equipment are installed. Okay, so just we try to see, for suppose that example, if we talk about the transformer. Okay, so transformer, we know that the two winding exist, is it not? One is your high voltage winding, another is your low voltage winding. So you just calculate the parameters in per unit quantity, either for high voltage side or for the low voltage side. Okay, so just try to define here the per unit quantity. In per unit quantity, we already just explained that calculation are commonly done in per unit quantity in power system. So whatever the electrical equipment in your power system, just try to convert it per unit quantity. Okay, so per unit quantity is defined as the, it is defined as the ratio of actual value of the quantity in any unit. That means either any unit, that means if resistance, then obviously so just defined, it is the ratio, defined as the ratio of actual quantity. Just wait. So just wait a few minutes. Okay. So it is defined as the ratio of actual value of the quantity, actual value of the quantity of the quantity in any unit, to the base value of the quantity in the same unit. Okay, to the base value of the quantity in the same unit. Quantity in the same unit. So you may be observed from this statement, that means what is the unit of the per unit quantity? Can you tell me what is the unit of the per unit quantity? Hello? Deepak? What is the unit of the quantity, per unit quantity? Per unit quantity is unitless. If you observe the statement of the per unit quantity, that means it is the ratio of the actual quantity in any unit to the base quantity in the same unit. So unit from numerator and denominator cancel out. So this one is known as the unitless. So the per unit quantity is unitless. Is it not? The per unit quantity is unitless. Unitless. Okay. So now one more point just concern here, the base value. Okay. The base value, this one, we just concentrate here. The base value. How we can choose the base value? That is more important. Whatever you discuss in your or solve in your problem, that means various type of electrical equipment, I already explained that consist. So we just try to choose the base value as the arbitrary. That means base value we choose two rating. One is your MVA voltage rating, volt ampere rating. Another is your voltage rating. Okay. So we choose two base value. That means one is your volt ampere rating, another is your voltage. Okay, so we just try to choose these two value, arbitrary one, or we just try to more conveniently choose this value, maximum value of the any equipment consist in your system. Have you got my point? We just try to choose the base value as the maximum value of any equipment which is consist in your power system. That we choose the base value. Okay. So, or other you maybe choose any arbitrary value. Arbitrary value, that means we just try to choose that maximum value of the system, of any system. That means either maybe maximum rating of the alternator, transformer, and transmission line. Okay. So suppose that if we consider here transformer, okay. Suppose that if you consider here transformer, okay. So as you know that the transformer consists of two windings. One is known as high voltage winding, that is represented by suppose that high voltage winding, and another is your low voltage winding, is it not? To this point you are familiar, I think. Hello? Hello, Deepak?
Yes, sir.
So up to this point, if you want to discuss about the transformer, so as we know that transformer consists of two winding. One is your high voltage winding, another is your low voltage winding. Now we just find out the per unit quantity of any side, that means high voltage side or low voltage side. Okay. So if you want to convert the high voltage side equipment, that means parameters in per unit. So as you know that whatever the winding consists of resistance and reactance, is it not? So just first of all, we try to choose the base value. We discuss about the high voltage side of the winding. High voltage side. Okay. So high voltage side, now we just choose the base value of MVA and base value of voltage. Okay. So base voltage represented by V suffix VH. Okay. So if we choose the base voltage, that is represented by VBH suffix. V is represent your base and H represent for high voltage side. Okay. So this base voltage is represented by V suffix BH for suffix BH represent for base of high voltage side. H for high voltage side. Okay. So here represent BH. So this voltage is nothing but equal to, we just try to choose the whatever the high voltage side voltage rating. Okay. So rated voltage on the high voltage side. This one is equal to rated voltage on the high voltage side. Whatever the maximum voltage, high voltage side. Voltage side. Okay. Next, what we choose for the base current. That means how we can calculate the base current? Base volt ampere rating. So base volt ampere rating is your whatever the maximum rating given to you in volt ampere, actually transformer rated volt ampere. So base volt ampere, that means volt ampere is your rate transformer rated volt ampere. Either maybe this one choose as the converted in MVA or kV, kilovolt, that is another things, whatever you may be, but the main unit is your voltage and volt ampere, that means complex power. This one is represent your complex power. So transformer rated volt ampere, this one we taken as the transformer, this one is your volt ampere is your complex power, is it not? So transformer rated volt ampere, whatever. Now, if you want to find the base current, so base current, that means represented by I suffix BH, that means base current on the high voltage side. Okay, similarly here, so just write here base current that is represented by IVH for the base current on the high voltage side. So IVH equal to nothing but rated current on the high voltage side, is not. So rated current current on the high voltage side. High voltage side. Now we can find out from these two data, that means base impedance, is it not? Base impedance. So what is the value of base impedance? How we can represent in voltage and current? Base impedance, that means impedance is represented by ZPH, is it not? So impedance is represented by Z. So we may represent here ZBH, that means base impedance on the high voltage side. Is it not? Base impedance is represented by ZBH is equal to how much we can write in terms of voltage and current. Impedance equal to voltage divided by current. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Impedance is equal to how much? Voltage divided by current. So if you want to find the base impedance on the high voltage side, that means base voltage divided by base current, is not? As you know that impedance equal to voltage by current. So it is nothing but VBH divided by IBH. So let's write here VBH divided by IBH. This one, let's write in VBH divided by IBH. Why we are going to find out the base impedance? We want to high voltage side resistance and reactance value represented per unit. So we require the base impedance value because we want to find the resistance and reactance value in per quantity. So from the definition of the per unit, if you want to find that the per unit resistance of high voltage side, have you remembered the circuit diagram of equivalent circuit diagram of the transformer? We just show the low voltage winding resistance, reactance, and high voltage side winding resistance and reactance. Have you remember the equivalent circuit of the transformer? Anyone? So in both winding, that means LV winding and HV winding. LV winding resistance represented by 1 and 2, that means suffix in 1 and 2, R1 and R2, that means for low voltage and high voltage winding resistance, and similarly for reactance value X1 and X2. Okay. So here we want to just find out the per unit resistance reactance of high voltage side. So we require the base value of impedance of the high voltage side. Okay. We know that we already choose that the base voltage of the high voltage side, that is represented by VBH, and transformer volt ampere rating is given to you. Now base current is your IBH, that means the rated current of the high voltage side. So how we can find out the IBH from these two equations? Volt ampere and voltage. Can you find out the IBH from these two equations? So if you divide transformer volt ampere by voltage, then you will get IBH, is not? A simple equation. we can find here IVH equal to transformer rated volt ampere divided by voltage, that means base voltage. So that is equal to nothing but base current. Is it not? Transformer volt ampere divided by base voltage, then you will get the value of base current. Is it clear or I have any confusion? Just tell me. If you want to find the base current, then how much? If you have the transformer rated volt ampere and base voltage, then just simply you divide transformer volt ampere by the voltage. So you will get the current value. I think you have solved some basic problem on the transformer, this type of problem. Is it not? So IBH is equal to transformer volt ampere rating divided by rated voltage, that means base voltage. So IBH equal to volt ampere divided by VBH. I just write here. So volt ampere of the transformer, rated volt ampere, that means rated volt ampere of the transformer divided by base voltage of the high voltage side. Okay, so VBH. Is it clear now? Hello? So just follow here step by step. So up to this point, is it clear to all of you? Or have any problem? Just tell me. So we can?
No, sir.
Okay. So now we already choose the base voltage, transformer rated volt ampere, and we just find out the base current from these two data. Okay. And we know that the impedance is equal to nothing but voltage divided by current. So just here, put the value of IBH. Just here, put the value of IBH, that means this one, the next step. Okay. So in the next step, just you put the value of IBH. So what we can write for the ZBH? We put the IBH equal to volt ampere divided by base voltage of the high voltage side. So ZBH can be represented in this way. Suppose that ZBH equal to, just put here, volt ampere divided by VBH in place of IBH. Okay. So VBH divided by IBH, this one equal to VBH divided by IBH. So IBH equal to nothing but volt ampere divided by VBH. So VBH we can write in upper side. So this one is your IBH equal to IBH. So if you multiply in numerator and denominator by base value, then it is same things. So if you multiply by numerator and denominator by the VBH, so VBH in numerator and also in denominator. Okay. VBH. So this one can be written as the rated voltage of the high voltage side whole square. This one voltage into voltage square, and this one we can write here VBH into IBH equal to how much? VBH into IBH equal to rated volt ampere of the transformer? Is it not? From this equation, rated volt ampere of the transformer. So just write here, rated voltage of the high voltage side whole square rated voltage on HV side since VBH into VBH, so rated voltage on the HV side whole square. So whole square, and this one we can retain as the rated volt ampere rating of the transformer, IBH into VBH. So rated volt ampere of the transformer, rated volt ampere of the transformer. Is not. Now suppose this equation we divide numerator and denominator by 1000 whole square. Okay, in numerator portion as well as in denominator portion. Okay, so this one can be converted in how much? If 1000 whole square. So if we take the inside of this bracket, so we can write in kilovolt, is not, in numerator portion, and here in denominator portion, denominator part will becomes into 1000 whole square. That means you may be written as 10 to the power 6, is not. So this voltage is converted into kilovolt whole square, and this one is converted into MVA. 10 to the power 6 is your if we multiply this one by 10 to the power 6, so this one can be written as MVA, is not. Are you got my point? If we divide or if we are dividing by 10 to the power 3 or maybe 1000, whatever you may want to write. So 1000 whole square. How we can write this one? Just 1000 whole square in numerator and denominator. Okay, numerator and denominator. In numerator and denominator. And denominator. Okay. So this one numerator part can be represented in kilovolt whole square divided by MVA rating of the transformer. That means high voltage side is not. So Z base is equal to nothing but kilovolt whole square on the high voltage side divided by MVA on the high voltage side. So impedance of base impedance of the high voltage side is equal to kilovolt whole square of the high voltage side. So kilovolt whole square on the high voltage side divided by MVA rating on the high voltage side. This one you always write in suffix, that means BBH. All the quantity are referred along the high voltage side. Okay. And this one is your MVA in base BBH always. BBH. That means base MVA on the high voltage side. Okay. Now we already find the base impedance on the high voltage side of the transformer. So if any quantity of the high voltage side we want to express in per unit quantity, is not. That means actual value divided by base value on the high voltage side. So we can just write any quantity, that means either resistance value of the high voltage side, reactance value of the high voltage side, or impedance value of the high voltage side. Is not. Can be expressed in per unit quantity. So resistance is represented by high voltage side by the RH. Is not. R equivalent to H. Either you may be equivalent resistance referred to the high voltage side or low voltage side. Impedance transformation we already discussed in the transformer part. So equivalent resistance along the high voltage side or maybe low voltage side, because impedance can be transferred either side, from the low voltage side or high voltage side. So whatever you may want can be find the equivalent resistance. So if we represent along the R resistance, equivalent resistance in high voltage side, so represented by R suffix H. That means equivalent resistance referred to the high voltage side. Okay. Or maybe reactance, that is represented by X E suffix H. That means leakage reactance, equivalent decay reactance along the high voltage side. Or maybe impedance, whatever you may want, impedance. यही तीनों पैरामीटर्स हो सकता है ना, रेजिस्टेंस, रिएक्टेंस या इम्पीडेंस. So all this quantity can be represented in per unit. So Z EH equivalent impedance along the high voltage side. So this one is nothing but actual value of the REH, XEH or ZEH, whatever you may want, either resistance, reactance or impedance in any unit, that means ohm, divided by base value of the impedance in ohm, is not. So is equal to the actual value of REH, XEH या ZEH. यदि RE रेजिस्टेंस का पर यूनिट वैल्यू फाइंड आउट करना है, दैट मींस रेजिस्टेंस, रिएक्टेंस का फाइंड आउट करना है पर यूनिट, दैट मींस XEH, इंपीडेंस देन ZEH. So actual value of REH, XEH and ZEH in ohm, so actual value of REH, XEH, ZEH in ohm divided by base value of the high voltage side, that means ZBH. REH एक ही साथ यहीं पे लिख दे रहे हैं, अलग अलग भी लिख सकते हो. REH के लिए दैट मीन्स एक्चुअल वैल्यू ऑफ REH डिवाइडेड बाय ZBS, XEH डिवाइडेड बाय एक्चुअल वैल्यू ऑफ XEH इन ओम डिवाइडेड बाय दिस वैल्यू ऑफ, so XEH and ZDH. ZDH divided by base value of high voltage side, base impedance. So ZBH divided by high voltage side. So you may put here the value of ZBH equal to this one. You already tried. Okay. So this is the per unit resistance, reactance, and impedance on the high voltage side. Okay. Similarly, we can find for the low voltage side. Also, same procedure you have to follow, and the resistance value and reactance value and impedance value can be represented low voltage side. So just you maybe practice this one in the similar way. Have any problem or just be a stop?